Thank you so much, Simon. I'm so happy to be here in Thought of the Day this week. Actually, this week was supposed to be the Scottish Six-Day Trials. It was a real highlight for me, and I'm calling dibs for next year. But we were going to do the last one of the Thoughts of the Day up on the hill live with Nevis Radio. And I was going to have my wife's family coming over from Canada to join us up in the hill that day. So like so many other things, the Olympics have been postponed to 2021, and we'll have the six-day trials next year in 2021 also. And my family or my wife's sister, they've got tokens and they can get new tickets, and then they can postpone it up to 2 years, so they can be with us next year if they so choose to come again during this week. One thing though that we can't postpone, that we had some sad news, was my last uncle, my Uncle Jim, passed away because of COVID in a nursing home outside of Glasgow. And that's something that you just can't fast forward. So what I'd like to do this week is maybe go through the story of how we came to grips and how we got through this with Uncle Jim, because there were remarkable things happened to this. It wasn't just tragedy, but there was a triumph mixed into this. The day before Good Friday, and Good Friday was the day that my Uncle Jim started really going downhill, we had a Monday, Thursday Zoom. Monday, Thursday is the Last Supper of Jesus, where he washes the disciples' feet and lets them know that the commandment of love is going to be the commandment of the Christian faith. And that meeting was so well attended. Simon Jeffrey was there sharing about how God was holding his family through all their grief and trials. And it was so motivated because they were just so encouraging and strong in the midst of all this they were feeling. So at the end of the meeting, I just had to go for a walk, and I just had to put everything in my head. I thought of Simon and what he was saying, and Jesus and his new commandment of love, and also my Uncle Jim. And as I was walking, and it was really late, I'd been walking for hours, I remembered this letter written by an atheist of how he would live the Christian life if he really did believe that life here on earth influences the future. And one of the lines he says there is this: he would esteem one soul gained for heaven worth a life of suffering. And it was that line that all of a sudden made me realize and commit to phoning the care home that my Uncle Jim lived at, and saying to them, if there's even a sliver of a hope that I could come in and say goodbye to him, I would come. And what that nursing home said to me is what I'll tell you tomorrow morning. Thanks for listening. Keep looking up.